Hey guys, it's Sergey from DeFi Gator, and today we're actually going to talk about Seifu. And I realize there's a lot of videos out there about them good, bad, neutral, supporting, not supporting, trying to create FUD. I want to simply give you a couple of interesting facts and let you decide if it's good or bad, if you still want to invest in it or not. Um, Seifu is an auto staking protocol. It was launched on March 2nd, I believe, of this year. It's had a really nice ride up. It has dropped back down to its launch price of approximately $20 right now. It did do a approximately 15x, so it was up at $300 at one point, but then dropped down to 200 for about 2 months. So very consistent, really good protocol for an auto staker because auto stakers don't last very long. It's very hard. Look at the percentage that that it pays out. So what is it that I want to show you guys? Well, I want to show you the daily volume. I was very interested in this because I looked at the chart, okay, and I saw that consistently these guys have a daily volume of over a million. And I was surprised because typically other protocols, even the bigger ones, they just don't have it. And I thought, man, this is kind of weird. How are they able to get that kind of volume? Because the whole entire protocol is based upon volume. If they can get over a million in volume, I think they sustain for an extra so much time because of the taxes. Because every single transaction, whether it's a buy or sell, gets taxed 14 for the buy tax, 16% for the sell tax. So as you can see, look at the daily volume for just today, 1.5 million, right? And you can see the chart. It went up, it went kind of sideways more or less on a global view, then went down, and it just kind of stabilized. So we're looking at this and we zoom in and we see that all of a sudden, is this natural to have 600,000 in sales? And I know that they have a campaign on advertising in the London metro, in the subways. So, okay, you'd think, all right, that's fine. But I started looking at some of these transactions and I saw something weird, which is a lot of these wallets that buy and sell, for example, right here, you see there's a big candle right here, 1.31 million of sells, right? So there would be a candle that would buy, and then there would be a candle that, like right here, 960 worth of sells, and then 598 worth of buys, and 1 million worth of buys. I mean, that's a lot of transaction volume in that one day, right? So I was looking into it, and yes, they do have a treasury. They have an insurance fund, like all these auto stakers, which obviously makes the big purchases. So I started looking at the transactions. You can see down here. I did a search for anything between 40,000 and 350,000 in the past 7 days. Okay. So you can see July 13th, there's like all these transactions. All right. So I kind of went, okay. And some of these turned out to be just buybacks and treasury, not treasury, but the insurance fund and the treasury, I guess both that invested in it, the auto liquidity engine. So some of them are legit by contract. And I said, okay, well, that's where the big transactions come from. So makes sense. But you can't just keep spending your treasury and your auto liquidity engine, which injects the liquidity in. You only have a million of it, $1 million in stablecoin. So you can't just constantly think that you're going to spend it because where's your new stablecoin coming from? It's from new investors. So I went to the next step. I said, okay, well, let's just take a look at the treasury and see what's going on. Okay. So I found that here's the fire pit, and there was a lot of FUD going on before about, oh, the fire pit. Brian has the keys to the fire pit because it's not a true fire pit. But you can kind of see on here, look, everything comes in. There's not a single transaction going out. So nothing can be said about that. I mean, you can say that he has the keys, but as of right now, he said that he doesn't. although he did lie about a couple things on the path in the past 4 months. But again, this is absolutely true. There's tokens coming in and there's nothing going out. All right. So I went the next step. That's fine. Nothing wrong there. Okay. So we went to the Treasury. Okay. So here is the Seifu Treasury. I found the address. They have it actually on their website. They don't hide anything. So we saw that the this is the Seifu Insurance Fund, okay, which ends in EF3, all right, and it interacts with the Treasury, and we can click on that, and that Treasury address ends in DD9, okay. So we went to DD9, as you can see right up here. That's the Treasury, all right, and there's a total of 1,500 transactions for the Treasury, all right. No big deal. We can go to, let's just go right to the front page and I'll show you. So this is the Treasury. You can see the address right here, DD9. It even says Seifu Treasury. They actually have it labeled. And you can see that there's $3 million worth of tokens in there. Let's see what kind of tokens are in there. 3,100,000 of it are Seifu tokens. So that's not where the value is. And they got 50,000 only worth of BUSD. So every single transaction, I just want you to know, goes and takes out taxes and gives to the Treasury. It has a breakdown on their website, but the Treasury takes in BUSD. Well, guess what? There's only $70,000 worth of BUSD or $50,000 worth of BUSD in here. So you think, where's the BUSD going with all that transaction volume? Well, let's follow the money. So you can see right here, this is the interaction, this is the transactions. So latest 25 from a total of 1744. So click on 1744. Now you can see there's all kinds of transactions going on. All right. So 16 hours ago, 5 days ago, looks like 6 days ago, and so on and so forth. All right. So you can see that the insurance fund send money to the Treasury. That's probably a contract thing. You can see the Treasury put it into the liquidity pool. So there's a lot of regular transactions in here. And then when you go down, you just start going down, and yeah, this is all regular because the Treasury interacts with the Seifu token contract, and nothing unusual at all, nothing unusual. And then you get down here, boom, what's this address? Okay, BF3. So it sent 230 BNBs to BF3. So that's not something that's super, it let's just see if it's legit, so let's see what it is. So we go to BF3. Let's see if I have BF3 already opened here, and we don't have it, so let's open it up. So let's go to BF3, okay, right there. We're going to open it up in a new tab. So we open that up, and we see that it has $582,000 worth of BUSD, okay, or I'm sorry, worth of tokens, and 363,000 of it is Binance BUSD, okay, stablecoin, and we got $219,000 worth of Seifu. All right, no big deal. Then we can see the transactions. So if we go to BP20 transactions, click on right there, and we can see that it's got an interaction, and it's definitely buying and selling. All right, so it's buying it. So the Treasury keeps on sending tokens here and stablecoin. All right, so and this wallet buys and sells. So it creates. You can see from 13 days ago. This what I got from it is this. It bought and sold a bunch of stablecoin. Or I'm sorry, I keep saying it bought and sold a bunch of Seifu, and it actually lost money. Well, what investor would lose money? Okay, so that doesn't make sense. So let's go back to here. All right. Let's just go. This is what the interesting part is. All right. So there is. We scroll down here and we see that it's sent to BF3, I'm sending the last 3 letters and numbers of the address. And then I'm looking at, boom, right there, AC99. This is a very interesting address, okay? So AC99, I'm just going to click on here because I already have it opened up. AC99, AD, okay. AC99 gets a lot of Seifu Treasury sent to it. Not just little numbers, but look at this right here. Okay. So it gets sent. Let's open this up here. Got these transactions, BP20 transactions, and you will see that, look at this, that's sent to 81 days ago. So they sent 350,000 to this address, and it immediately gets sent to the Binance hot wallet. Seifu sends 186,000, immediately goes to the hot wallet. Immediately to the hot wallet. Boom, 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 right away. Okay. So within the last, let's check here. So this was, so you can see 350,000, 186,000. Let's see, this one is 558,000. So I have a total. So we're going to view all right here. Okay. Go down here and look. You have these little, this is Binance BUSD, BUSD, and that's from 166 days ago. That's before Seifu was around. Okay. And we can go down to right here. 81. Yep. So we can see that right here, Seifu Treasury starts sending huge amounts to this address right here. You can see it sent 250,000, 150,000, 100,000. And then right away, okay, you can see 128 days ago, it sent the first huge payment. When was that? That was March 6th, 4 days after Seifu launched. Okay, that's when all that money poured in. All right, so starting on March 6th, this wallet started receiving a ton of money, and right away, it sent everything to Binance. Okay, you can see it right here. So then you can see the transactions, and I'll just mention some of them, but basically you can see 350,000 was sent here. Okay, now 186,000, 558,000. I won't mention every single one, but from here all the way up to here, there was 3.6 million of stablecoin sent to this address. And immediately, as soon as it was sent, it was converted straight to Binance hot wallet. Okay. Now I want to show you something, because anybody can say, well, we don't know what that is. Maybe it's fees, maybe it's whatever. So I want to show you something here. This is where somebody got lazy. You see this right here? This address that ends in 6781. Okay, this is before. So this was a transaction on January 25th, right? This entire wallet was created. Well, we know that the first transaction was actually 231 days ago, which was November 24th, 2021, okay, for some kind of def8.io token. We don't even know what that is. But when the transactions really started, look at this: 168 days, 166, 162, 155, 127. So it really started right here. So look at this address right here that sent money to here, okay? And then look at the total. So this address right here that ends in 6781, sent money to this wallet for 2 transactions totaling 8,462, and that sent it to Hot Wallet 6, which is the same as all these others. So whoever was sending it from here was making sure that from this wallet it goes to Binance for some reason. But in that way, they connected this address to here as theirs, because nobody would send this much money just to be able to go to a Binance hot wallet. So whose wallet is 6781? Well, I'll show you right now. Let me open up the Seifu article for when they got KYC'd by RugDoc. All right. See this date right here, February 11th? They did the announcement that they were KYC'd by RugDoc. Okay. I didn't think that this, typically everything's anonymous, but let me show you something. So we go and we open up. So all right, let me see 1 second. So let me get back to this one screen where we showed all the transactions. And that will show us this address, which is 81. Okay. So we need to be on that 81 address. You see 81 right there. Okay. So when we scroll over here and we go to view all, so we're going to view all the transactions. And you can see it's like the last transaction was 79 days ago. So, nothing recent. There we go, 132, 137. Let's go to the next page. And we'll go to the next page. And we can see right here, look at this right here. I noticed this transaction. See, RugDoc, they label their sales wallet. So right here, on February 9th, 2022, okay? February 9th, 2022. This is February 11th. So whoever paid for this RugDoc, okay, I mean, it was obviously Brian Legend. I mean, he's in control of everything. And again, I'm not saying this to accuse him, but I just want you to know what the blockchain says, and then he can explain it or not explain it. It doesn't matter. But just so you know the information and how to read these transactions. So here you go. There was a transaction on February 9th. On February 11th, they got approved by RugDoc. And you can see it was for $5,000. And that is how much RugDoc charges for KYC services for probably his entire team. I'm not sure how many, but that is very typical. So we're going to go back, and we can see that the RugDoc sales wallet accepted that. And so based on all these transactions, you can see that there wasn't a lot of there's one $1,500 transaction, $7,000 transactions, $15,000 transactions, nothing big. And when you look at this other wallet, okay, you can see that they took in 3.6 million and immediately turned it to Binance. When I was looking at the transactions for how the wallets that interacted with Seifu, so for example, you can take, let's take this transaction here for 157. All right. It'll tell you that this wallet right here, 2222. All right. Right. It says from. So let's just go to this wallet and see what the heck this wallet is all about. So it says it has a total of 20 transactions. And remember, we're looking at it and we're like, okay, this wallet actually did a purchase. They purchased 159, or no, well, they got $151,000 worth of Seifu. All right. I mean, that's a lot. So that's what made me think, like, that's crazy. So when you look at that, let's see here. Let's go back. And so, yeah, you look at this and it says so that's the wallet 2222. It has a total of 20 transactions, and you're going to go to BP 20 transactions. All right. That's all. Let's show all of them. So you can see this is the way this wallet started 11 days ago. Okay. It purchased 4,520 Seifu. So where did all the money come from? Okay. I mean, you can't just have, out of nowhere. So you could say, well, somebody put in 872 BNBs out of a hot wallet 18 on Binance. Okay. And then immediately bought all these right here, all this Seifu. So, hey, you could say an investor came in, he thought it was a great deal, and he started buying it up. Let me show you something. When you combine all the numbers of all the stablecoin that came in, the buys and the sells. You see how right there, you see 275,000. So what I did is I simply added together all the transactions. And this is where I definitely saw that money was just being, just turned around and turned around and turned around. What I think is happening is this: there's a loss of 350,000, $350,000 loss in 11 days. Think about that. Would anybody that has this kind of money just be flipping it very, very stupidly in order to have a loss? And there's a lot of wallets like this. They all have transfers coming in from Binance. They lose a ton of money, and then they just kind of transfer it over and then almost lose it all very slowly. They just keep doing these transactions. Why? That's very stupid, right? Well, no, they're creating volume. So what I'm thinking is happening is that they're simply rotating the money from the Treasury to that 81 wallet. They take some out, they funnel it back in, and there's definitely stuff that I haven't caught. But this is just a way to create buzz, to keep, to be able to say, hey, our volume is higher than any other auto staker. It's higher than Drip Network. It's higher than all the other competitors that we have. But as you can see, it's not real volume. They do 500,000 to 750,000, every day or two of just creating this volume in a way that keeps rotating the money inside their protocol. And of course, again, that does attract new investors, but it's something that you need to know. So this is how you read the blockchain. This is how you read these transactions. It does take hours and hours and hours sometimes to sift through this because there's a lot of transactions, and unless you have the software to do it that can kind of start mapping it out for you, it becomes hard. And unless the guy does something to rug the basically criminal, nobody's going to accuse him of, or nobody can even stop the Binance address and say, hey, Binance, freeze those assets. So until something like that happens, and if it's even proven, that Binance address is going to keep receiving millions of dollars from the Seifu protocol. And nobody's going to know what that Binance address is. So I thought this was pretty interesting. And you can see by the amount of tabs that I have opened up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that it was just like, a rabbit hole that could take you for, forever to just explore. But these were the basics of what I found. That, that one wallet belongs to Brian Legend, I would have to say. I mean, who else pays for a RugDoc KYC 2 days before your protocol is launched and you're the CEO? Obviously, nobody else. And one funny thing that I saw in there is that he actually owned Titano, and he was an investor in Titano. Not a big one, and he kind of bought at the top. Just something interesting. So I respect the hell out of him for the marketing. I think he's probably run the best marketed protocol out there, and he continues to hype up the whole protocol because he's going to be releasing nodes, and everybody wants to see if they can buy a node, and he's going to continue to do this and try to prop this up. Madoff made it 20 years or 30 years doing his thing until it collapsed. And we're only 4 months in here. Of course, the rewards are huge, so you're not going to be able to sustain it for too long. And we'll see how it goes. But because of his marketing, he was able to hide a lot of money. Because of the amount of transactions, he was able to hide a lot of money. But at the end of the day, the place that was receiving the stablecoin was the Treasury. The Treasury sent out huge amounts to just that one address. You can, right here, I'll show you. You can click on the Treasury and you can just follow the money yourself if you're interested. So if you click on, there's the Treasury, which is DD9. Again, they don't hide anything. They're very open about it. And you can see there's the BF3 address and there's the AC99. The AC99 is where a lot of money went. Look at this, 502 BNBs, 280 BNBs, and those are just the little ones. So you can see there's 35 pages of transactions that have happened from the Treasury. Okay, a total of 1,744. So anything that's Seifu token, you can skip that, and then you can see there's a B6. All right, and you can just keep going. Like I said, you can keep going down that rabbit hole. Just look for these ones that are actual addresses. Then you can see there's nothing there. And then let's see when the next one happens. Okay, there's another one right there. Boom, BF3. Another one for 170 BNB just sent out, right? And he could explain it as, hey, the racing team needed it, the blockchain needed it, whatever. And you'll never be able to say, well, I guess they didn't or they did. But that one address that paid for their KYC, that's linked. So I would have to say that is his wallet and that is his address, and he is funneling the money through that address. Whether you like it or not, whether it's legal or illegal, there's nothing that says he can't. So as long as he keeps on marketing this, I think he's going to keep on getting investors. And so hopefully this was helpful, guys. And again, I want to show you, that make sure that you see this right here with the RugDoc, where I found that, which was the 81 address. If you go to, when I say 81, it's just the last two digits, because there's no other way to. Right there, RugDoc sales wallet. On February 9th, and you can see if you want to investigate what happened around launch date. They obviously, those huge amounts, they just started flowing 3 to 4 days right after launch. You go hundreds of thousands of dollars every so often. I think obviously there was some wallets that the Treasury changed it up to. It wasn't just one, but maybe that was his primary wallet, and if he had partners, then there's others. So hopefully this was helpful, and you can see what people say. Everything's on the blockchain. You can't hide anything. This is what the transactions are. The meaning behind the transactions, you can't always tell, but you can always tell the amounts and who it went to. So again, hopefully this was helpful. If you guys are interested in upcoming crypto projects and what we do, then make sure to visit our website at defigator.xyz. Sign up for our Twitter account, and make sure to press subscribe and like on our YouTube channel, because we're starting to get into some interesting stuff here. As you can see, with this video, we don't try to cause FUD. We just point out some interesting facts, and maybe you'll stir up some controversy. So it's kind of just fun stuff out here in the DeFi space and the whole crypto world. All right, guys, we'll talk to you on the next one.